friends, and welcome to the very first episode of Is It Oily Skin Approved, where I, a fellow oily girl, test viral makeup products on oily skin. I decided to make this series because I'm tired of influencers and celebrities just pushing product, and then we, the public, suffers because we waste our hard-earned money and it doesn't work, or it doesn't do exactly what the people say it's supposed to do. I'm just gonna throw out there that I am not an influencer and I am not a makeup artist or a makeup pro. I am a makeup enthusiast. I do know a little bit here or there from what I've picked up over the years. I'm just somebody who wants to do wear tests and reviews and give real feedback. My credentials: I'm oily, like really oily. So I get oily in my T-zone. Everybody else does, right? No, I get very greasy there, as well as on my temples and my chin. I also wear glasses, so I get it where it peels and comes off on my nose bridge. I still haven't found a product for that, so if you know of any, send them my way. If I don't actively manage the oil, I look like a grease ball within a couple hours. If a product can survive on my face, it will definitely survive on yours. Today's contestant is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. I ended up getting this in the shade 3.75, but unfortunately it's summer and I've already tanned, so it's not my shade anymore. It's too light, way too light. So I'm going to use it as a primer underneath the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation because she has not done me dirty yet. I will be using the primer and the foundation on this side of my face, and that's it. I'm not going to use any other products. I'm not going to do powders or anything, just so that we can see if she does what she says she's supposed to do. When I bought this, the shade, the clear shade, was sold out. So we're just going to wear this underneath as well. This side of my face is going to be just the foundation, and this is going to have both. According to the brand, this is supposed to help erase pores, stop oiliness, smooth your skin texture, hydrate your skin, and extend your makeup. That sounded pretty great to me. They report on their site and on their videos that this can be used as a primer, a foundation, a tinted moisturizer, and as a touch-up product. That's a lot of claims. So we're going to try it out and we're going to see if it's oily skin approved. She claims to do all of this with her Upsalite technology. It even has it up here, right? It says Upsalite technology. Upsalite is a form of magnesium carbonate that they claim can absorb oil and sweat while maintaining your skin balance, like moisture balance. They also added squalane and hyaluronic acid, which they claim is moisturizing. And it also has kaolin clay, which is another oil absorbing ingredient. So I'm assuming that I'm going to be matte and I'm going to have this last me until, what time is it right now? It's 12:24. So I'm assuming this is going to last me until 6 or 7 p.m. The formula is silicone based, so that also is another reason why I chose to use Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation with it, because she's also silicone based. For skin prep, I have done the hyaluronic acid already. I washed my face, did hyaluronic acid, did toner, and I did some sunscreen already. That's all I have on my face. Okay, so let's get started. I am blind, so I'm going to do my best without my glasses, FYI. So here she is, way too light for me right now, maybe even overall. So I'm going to do exactly what they did in their video, because in their video on their YouTube, they say to put it on with your finger and you just rub it in. I'm going to do a generous amount because I have seen some creators scoop it out, but I don't want to scoop it out for these purposes. So I am also going to try to touch up how they say. I don't know how well that will go for me because it's not my shade. So we'll see how that goes. I like to put it on my eyebrows because my brow bone, like my whole face gets oily, but so my brow bone, it just melts. So we'll see how this works. I'm going to do a good chunk. on my nose because basically I'm just a grease ball. And supposedly oily skin is good for controlling aging, that it's good for anti-aging, but it sucks when you don't want to look shiny all the time, you know? I think that's enough. I'm gonna let it set because I've seen a lot of people say that they just let it rest on their face for a minute and then I will finish up. I'm gonna put it on the bare side first. Do you see this is the left, and this is the side with the product. This does look a little bit smoother. It is 12:41 now, 42. I ended up not putting on any blush. I just did basic eyebrows, basic eyelashes, and I will check in every 2 hours without touching it. I'm not going to touch up. If I touch up, I will tell you. I'm going to take this with me and I will I hope that it doesn't look horrible when I touch it up. I'm going to try to touch up underneath my nose if I can with this. It's just too light. So we'll see. I will check in with you guys in a little bit. It's been about 8 hours. I have a lot to say. First, I'm going to include the timestamps and pictures because I took pictures and videos during the day. It didn't surprise me, honestly, that it reacted the way that it did because that's usually what happens with my skin because it's so oily. I didn't mattify. I didn't look at that. I didn't do anything basically. I usually do oil control sheets, but I didn't this time, and I had a lot of separation on both sides of my nose. It is currently, what time is it? 9:06 p.m. I went out to do errands with my daughter and such. We had a dance today, so it was a pretty busy day. And I was walking around like a grease ball, as you can see from the video and the pictures. Usually I get really oily here and on my temples. You could just see the shine. Unfortunately, I didn't really see a difference between the prime side, which is this side, and the non-prime side. Please keep in mind that in the pictures, they are inverted because I used the front camera. So the side that has this little blemish on right here is my right side, which is the side that had the primer on it. I would have tried using this to blot like the video says, but it's lighter than me. So we can do what she said now and do a quick touch up since I'm not going to go anywhere now and this is going to be way too white for me, but let's see. So she said we could do touch-ups.
Set foundation. It blurs texture, balances oils, and refines pores. Press and roll in an even layer into textured or oily areas. Spot conceal. Wherever you need added coverage, simply tap and watch it even and blur.
So let's do touch-ups. It's supposed to be a balm to powder, but I don't see that happening, to be honest with you. I don't think that that's actually how the product works. I have seen some reviews where people with dry skin have complained, and I can see why, because if you have flaky skin, that's just going to accentuate the flakes. But in this instance, as you saw in the pictures with my oily skin, it doesn't really help either. So I'm reapplying the product. You can see it's lighter because obviously it's not my shade. I don't really think, I don't know if you can see right here. I don't think that it's that it blurs and it turns to powder. I think it's just that I'm wiping off the oil with my finger, to be so for real. And I know there are ways to mitigate this, right? You could do a primer, you could do setting spray, you could do different foundations, you could do different setting powders. But the point and the way that they marketed this is that it's meant for oily skin, and I don't really see. So let me tap, I'm going to tap this side with just my finger and see if it, and obviously blotting sheets are the best choice for us, but okay, so obviously some of the product came off because I'm oily. This is my other finger. I just see that it looks lighter, obviously, but I think that this is not oily skin approved. I think it's a marketing ploy, and I think I will give this overall, just based off of its claims and what it did, I think I'm gonna give it maybe a 6. I will try it in another video. We could do a part 2. I just added more just to see. We could do a part 2 where I try it with like a full face beat, just like other people do, and we'll see if that makes a difference. But then at that point, that would be a review on the setting powder and the setting spray, right? Like it wouldn't even be on the, this just feels super gooey. Can you hear that? Listen. If you have any tips, please leave them in the comments. If you have any suggestions for how, oh, look at this, for how I should run this, put those also in the comments. And then let me know if you have any other products that you want me to try. Messy. Bye. So I took this in an effort to get a close-up. This was after I recorded and after it's supposed to turn into a powder.